This is episode 1 of my attempt at LS swapping that piece of shit behind you up on a jack in its natural habitat. So this is an LS4 out of a 2008 Impala SS. When I bought it, I didn't know that it had the geometric valve housing, but I don't really think that's a huge issue because I have to make an adapter plate anyways. But this, if you look over here, this is my second motor for that car. It's currently on its third. I'm kind of getting sick of them. So that's why I bought this. And I figured I'd buy it and try and figure out how to put it in after, not before. So that's what I'm doing now. So this whole idea behind this is to retain the all-wheel drive system in the Subaru, because I've seen a handful of people swapping LSs or other large V8s into Subarus, mainly LSs, but they always make them rear-wheel drive, which at that point, I guess people like the car, whatever, but for me, I want the all-wheel drive. So I just ripped off the enormous water pump that's on the LS4, which is fine for the front-wheel drive application, but I want a normal one. Adapting the power steering is going to be kind of difficult. It doesn't have AC right now, so probably not going to have AC ever again. It's just annoying. So I stripped all this off here. I just popped the coil bracket up, and I'm going to take a look inside the engine for the first time. That doesn't look too bad. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad at all. It's not perfect, but it's definitely, I've seen worse. Just for the shmoo. Well, that guy's got a little wiggle to him. Yeah, I don't really know anything about these engines. It's all kind of, well, I'm just kind of figuring it out. That's why I bought one, because I didn't think it'd be easier for me to just figure it out as I go, you know? So this is going to be quite a challenging process. The most difficult part is I'm going to be making my own adapter plate, because I found one that is an LS, or like the GM V8 bolt pattern to EJ, but it's like extremely, unnecessarily expensive. And this isn't even the V8 bolt pattern, it's the V6 bolt pattern. But that's definitely going to be the most challenging part. Second most is figuring out the wiring. There's a whole ass mess of shit here. It's going to be pretty bare bones. I'm going to probably leave the Subaru ECU in just to take care of a few things, and it's not really in the way, especially this ECU will be sitting in the engine bay. I'm most likely going to relocate the battery and the washer tank and delete the ABS. The ABS already doesn't work because this is an Impreza body. And it's all WRX underneath, so it has the Impreza brake system and it doesn't work with the WRX ECU. It's just stupidity, but anyways, what I need to do with this in the after I figure out the wiring and adapter plate, I obviously need to do the oil seals in the front. I need to deal with the oil seals in the pan as well, with the pickup tube and all that. I think there's an oil seal on the back too of the cam, or around where the camshaft goes, that I need to do. And the barbell needs to happen. And like I said, I don't know a whole lot about these engines, but it's easier to see it from the other side actually. The intake manifold is the highest point here, and height is a huge issue considering what we're replacing is extremely short. This doesn't have the intake manifold or heads on it right now, but it's still shorter than this. And it being so short, the STI transmission is sat pretty high up in the car. Sorry, this video is kind of all over the place and such a mess. It's really my first attempt at anything like this. It'll improve over time. Any suggestions you might have, I'm totally open to them. Hopefully somebody sees this video so that I can receive suggestions. But mainly, I want suggestions on this. Anything really. I'm new to this motor. I'm very familiar with Subaru's motors, but I'm trying to move to this one. So any suggestions? I know about the oil seals, as I mentioned in the last clip, that they're all good to do before you put this in anything. And I obviously want to do lifters and valve springs and the little needle bearing things and the, I don't know what they call them, the rocker arms. Not right away. I want to get it in the car first, working like stock power. But then I want to do the lifters, upgrade the NA tower a bit, maybe a cam. Like money's always an issue, so over time this is going to happen. In the end though, I want it turboed, but that's not going to happen right away because that's a huge undertaking. And especially when I'm already doing this, trying to put this in my car, I'm going to deal with that first and then turbo it later down the line. But I don't know in the last clip if I got a good shot of it. I think I did. The intake manifold is the highest part here, and height is going to be a huge issue fitting it in this car. I'm sure everybody's seen Boosted Boys K20 swapped all-wheel drive Subaru, and they end up sticking out the hood. I want to avoid that if at all possible, but if it's not possible, then it's going to stick out the hood. But I'm pretty sure a K20 is taller than an LS. But like I said, the intake manifold is the highest part of this engine. I'll take a look if you guys know of a easy, cheap replacement for a lower profile one. That would be ideal. Because, like I said, height's a big issue. But anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully there'll be more of these. Hopefully you guys like them. If anybody even sees this, like I said. But yeah, thanks for watching.